Think of Bruce Lee, like water. You know, where was he getting all that power for the 1-inch punch? Experimental conversation around fascia. I think it's going to blow the water on everything sports science.
Fast twitch muscle fibers in this case is not about working that. It's about working being able to switch from one or the other in terms of like the very stable, strong to the liquid flowy form of fascia and sort of move between the two essentially.
Yeah. Because when you bond, breath control, right? Your breath changes your heart rate. Your heart rate changes your brainwaves change your fascia tension. So as I look at like Olympic athletes in the greatest of all time, how they would prep for an intense adrenaline, they're walking into championships. And you know that they are experiencing heavy duty adrenaline dumps. They might have pressure on them and expectation. So when we experience adrenaline, it's like nitric oxide for our breath, our heart, our brain, and our fascia. So how are we controlling what's happening between those? And as a golfer, I was really intimate with the idea that I could like all of a sudden with adrenaline hit the ball 300 yards. And a lot of elite golfers talk about what happens when you're under pressure. All of a sudden the adrenaline dumps and you have to club down because you'll just start flying greens because everything is so souped up in the body. But then you get up to the green, you have to make a 2-foot putt and you have still all this juice in you. So learning to me how to toggle switch through this.
Well, this brings up a good point too, because there's this guy that is 7'5", 7'6" in the NBA. His name's Victor Wembanyama from France, and he's I think like 19 or 20 years old. He's massive, and he looks super wiry and skinny. But his athletic trainer, I think, was quoted as saying, "No, he's actually really strong because of his fascia." There was another video that I was watching of, I think it was one of those videos where like either a kid was run over or a kid was stuck underneath a car, and then like the mom suddenly had the strength to lift up the car. And someone was trying to say, like the narrator of this video, that the reason the mom was able to do this had nothing to do with her muscular strength. It was that she was able to tap into the strength of her fascia to be able to pull that car up. And that just like makes me think differently about these, athletes that I would compete against that didn't look in terms of their, musculature, like very strong, but would be very, very strong, whether that was in basketball or football or, handball when I was playing that. And it makes me think differently about them.